Sup, guys. My name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to Coffee Time, your Monday morning discussion video released in the evening. Because we take over the world that way. That's the true secret. That's what's in my coffee. Before this video gets completely started, we're going to do a quick little update. Okay, it's not going to be that little, but it's an update. And then we're going to go into today's topic, losing interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! And what to do about it. Because I think it's something that we've all been affected by and something that currently speaks to me because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it bad. But before we get into that, Friday on the Council Network, we have a special video going out. I will not disclose what it is. It is something major that will tie into next Thursday's channel release, but that I don't want to spoil it completely for you guys, so you guys can just go check it out. There's a description. In the description, there's a link for all the other channels, my Twitter, and my Twitch. So my Twitch, I'll actually be live streaming again soon. It's just I've been having problems with the internet as is, so I'm trying to fix it out. You know, it is what it is. It's stressful. So let's talk about losing interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's multiple reasons people lose interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's multiple reasons they come back to it. And I'm going to go over why I actually feel this way right now, which some of you may say, you sound so negative, it's all bitching. It's not. It's not. It's not trying to I'm not trying to go off that way. I'm just trying to create a discussion, you know, from something that is what I'm going through right now. I'm thinking about, you know, I'm dealing with, so that way I can help someone else who feels the same way, or we can talk about it and we just create an environment. So if it comes off negative, that's a you problem. It sounds fucked up, but it's true. I'm not trying to be negative about it. I'm not trying to ever be negative about any of the stuff. That's why I typically stay away from the what will you do when Yu-Gi-Oh! Dies video. Fuck that shit. That's what. In all seriousness, let's talk about it. Because as recently, I want to say the past 2 weeks, my interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Hasn't been there as much as like everything else, which is strange because let me just take you through, to a degree, you know, how it is when I basically start recording and whatnot. I'll sit down and I'll record anywhere from 4 to 12 hours a day for all the channels, and all that footage may not go out in one day. Not all that footage will ever be used. Some of it's outtakes, some of it's just gotta be cut because it's just like the fat off a steak, and you don't want that. That's disgusting. That's not good for you. Don't do it. Don't go there. Secondly, just, you know, so we're clear here, I'll sort through a bunch of cards looking for Tech Tuesday stuff for weeks on end. It's a lot of going through stuff, the motions, but I'm not trying to make you feel bad by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not trying to get you to say, oh, this is why he feels burned out. When the new Blue Eye support was announced, I think every one of you who has followed me long enough knows how goddamn excited I am for it. But stay with me here. Me and the wife are kind of expecting twins, so that kind of takes more hype than Yu-Gi-Oh! Just saying. It just does. But what we're focusing on today in this topic is just feeling burned out by Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. It's not just a losing interest, it's just being burned out by it. I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched the anime for Arc V. Zexal, forget it. I didn't like Zexal at all. It's when he went Super Saiyan, I lost interest real quick, and I kind of got the same vibes off Arc V the first couple of episodes. Maybe that's just why I couldn't get with it. I'm sorry, I'm very picky. I couldn't get with it. On the Council Network, we're actually reviewing a really, not to change the subject or try to promote it, but we're reviewing a really fucked up anime. So you want a good anime? There you go. I'm gonna hurt someone's feeling off Arc V. But what I'm trying to get a point here is maybe it's just constant deck building and constant testing and just going through the motions. I think Miss Valley Master or Reg 4 Narsil, I'm not sure which one he's calling himself this week, was saying it on a stream that sometimes it's just hard to get content again just to go out there and get the duels for you guys. It's hard to really go at it again because it does take its toll. Mentally takes its toll from you. And as a content creator, I don't like the word YouTuber. As a content creator, because I have multiple channels here, as a content creator for YouTube, it takes time to really get all that stuff out for you guys. And obviously, I'm not alone when it comes to creating this stuff. I'm just here 90% of the time. I'm the guy who doesn't go away. You guys tend to like me, so there's that. But when I'm trying to get to, let's just get straight to the point. Let's cut through the sugarcoat shit. If it's not because of what Konami did to Pepe, because it's not that I was affected by it by any stretch of the imagination, it's just that I understand the deck needed to be hit, but Japan had it for 5 months and we've had it for 3 weeks. What if that was a deck you were going to go buy? Maybe that's making me second guess stuff. Maybe that's making me lose interest. But no. Ryu says to himself, no, that's not it. Ryu, what the hell is the point then? I think all of us eventually, when we play so hardcore, and yes, I play hardcore like a motherfucker, because I test, I upload, I talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!, I eat, sleep, breathe, poop out Yu-Gi-Oh!, and I do it for YouTube. And I do it for every one of you who are dedicated enough to constantly come back. Whether you comment or not, that's why I do it. It feeds my need. I'm being honest here. I know this is a little bit off topic. It feeds my need to feel complete, to release a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Video on YouTube. Go figure. Maybe that's because we connect through YouTube videos. I don't know. It just feels right. I feel off if I don't release stuff. So it's kind of ingrained in me. But losing interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is something that's kind of happened to me the past couple of weeks. Maybe it's because I'm on this massive Pokemon hype, because I'm being brought back to when, someone I love who got me into Pokemon no longer here. Multiple people. And, it's a 20-year anniversary of Pokemon. It's super hyped. And then we got the Super Council Gaming, which is our Nintendo channel launching. That's super hype. Maybe I'm just not feeling Yu-Gi-Oh! Because all this other amazing stuff is just overshadowing it. May is the month of Blue Eyes, right? You should get super hyped for Blue Eyes. You know what also is May for me? I'm gonna have twins. two little ones. And as excited as I am for Blue Eyes, I think anyone in their right mind would tell you they're more excited for that if they were in my shoes. Not to say that I'm not excited for Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, playing it online, feels good. It feels powerful. It still feels a little bit under the meta, which is okay by me. I know some of you want it to be meta. My problem is whenever a deck is meta, Konami's got their sniper rifle on that shit, and they're just we're ready to pull the motherfucking trigger. And I think that's why I got burned out by competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And I just said, nah, I'm done with this. And that's why I enjoy just making YouTube videos and just going out there and being able to play any degree. Because when you do YouTube videos with Yu-Gi-Oh!, you gotta do it, one, for fun. You gotta really have fun with it. And two, you really gotta just be willing to do it again and again and again and again. It's a big grind. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even getting to where I am right now on the channel is a grind. Life lessons, kids. Nothing ever comes easy. And everything takes time. Everything. Damn. But, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not going to leave Yu-Gi-Oh! Behind. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I'm done with the channel. Those days are way behind me. My life is in a good space. Trust me. It can be better. Anything could be better, than today. Maybe tomorrow's worse. Maybe tomorrow's better. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to look at this video and go, nah, this isn't the right coffee time. Let me reshoot everything. I've done that 130 different times. Of the different weeks we've had coffee time, I've actually done that. I've gone back, canceled the coffee time that was supposed to be, did something completely different because it didn't feel right. Maybe I'm obsessive with it. I don't know. But back on topic. My interests are all over the place. And I've been so focused on Yu-Gi-Oh! Since Breakers of Shadow came out. And that's nutty. Because I did say I was not going to buy a box. I was not going to buy product. I was not going to buy booster packs. I stuck by my word. I bought motherfucking singles. Okay? I bought singles. I bought Dynamis. I bought some Yosenju. And I bought Ying Sing. And I also bumped up a few decks that I'm waiting on the rest of the stuff to come. And I got all my Blue Eye stuff before Blue Eye stuff comes out stuff in. Maybe I'm feeling burned out because I feel accomplished that I've bought everything. But when most people lose interest in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's because of what something Konami did. When I lose interest in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's not anything really Konami did. It's just like, hey, you got Ninja Turtles, and you got Pokemon, and you got all these games coming out, and you got the PC upgrade. And I just upgraded this bad boy with one hell of a video card. Thank you, Greg, for taking time out of your day to install this. But it's just like, I can't wait to take that and create better content on the smaller channels. And I know it sounds nuts. It's like, Ryu, you should just focus on your one bigger channel instead of the smaller channels. I don't feel right. I just don't feel right if I try that. And I know, I'm getting a little off topic again there. Right now, where my fingers are like rubbing on is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council mat that you see in the videos with me and Mikey. He has one, I have one. This is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Memory in existence, is this channel. Regardless of toxic community or toxic people, it's every one of you who comes in. And I can name some of you, but I don't want to make other people jealous. Like King of Krios, I love you. Omega, Ron Kim, there's thousands of you. I can't name everyone, and I feel really guilty just for naming 3 people off the top of my head. You say Duelist as well. Braxton Comics and Screencasters. Now I don't feel so guilty, but I still do. You guys, even if I didn't mention you, you guys make the channel what it is. You make my interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Stay. Not everyone has that. Some people just grow old of it. I think for me, I'm just kind of burned out because I just got everything I wanted. It's kind of like you go to the store, you're mad hyped to get all this stuff, and then you see other stuff and you're like, well, I'm on a spending spree, so I'm just going to be over here buying this stuff. But I think for most people, when they get burned out by Yu-Gi-Oh!, and this is the core of the topic what I'm trying to get to, when most people get burned out by Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's because of what Konami did. It's an errata, or it's the ban list, or it's some drama shit. And that's why I always try to keep the drama stuff away from the channel as much as possible to you guys. I don't care if there's 4 dislikes and 5 likes. Those 5 people shine brighter than those 4 dislikes. Because those 4 dislikes are probably just people who didn't care or just mad that the video got views or whatever the fuck the case is. Like, whatever. I just shrug it off. I don't let views and shit go to my head, just so we're clear here. And I know this video sounds more like a channel update, but I'm trying to just keep it in the middle of what coffee time is. This week is a little bit different. I'm not in the right mindset, to be completely honest. I'm just trying to get back on track. And I think that at its core is what I'm trying to get across here. When you get burned out by Yu-Gi-Oh!, you really just gotta take like a 1-week break. Because you don't quit Yu-Gi-Oh!, Yu-Gi-Oh! Quits you. If you quit Yu-Gi-Oh!, you're gonna come back to it. In all honesty, I've never quit Yu-Gi-Oh! In the 15-something years this game has been going. Since 96, 98 in Japan. Since 2001 in America. My dates may be a little bit off. I've not quit this game. I do get burned out sometimes. But my secret, in all honesty, is that I have a lot of friends who play Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's kind of hard to get away from it, but we have other interests. We have interests in PC games, and Xbox games, and Wii games, and PS4, and just comic books, and Ninja Turtles, and just whatever. You know, Pokemon's a big one. And I would always advise you guys, if you ever get burned out by Yu-Gi-Oh!, even if you're just a small-time YouTuber, whatever it is you do, you get burned out by it, just slow it down, relax, get back in your mindset, get back on the saddle, you'll feel good. And I think, honestly, it's kind of like that sense that if you have too much of one thing, it's not a good thing, because then you're not as excited to do it again. And I think for me right now, that's kind of where I am. I get frustrated because the Blue Eye stuff isn't working on Yugioh. Dev Pro, I'm not even going to bring up because I have so many issues with it. And it's just like, it's one thing after another, and I just kind of let it get to me. Because I don't want to disappoint you guys. If you ever get burned out by Yu-Gi-Oh, you gotta do what's right for you. And at the end of the day, I can't fully say what that is, but I would always hope, not because I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, I have multiple other channels, not because I'm worried that the game's gonna die if you don't support it, but because I care person to person, regardless if I never met you or never spoke to you, that you just basically take a step back. Get away from the toxic community. Get away from the community. Whatever it is. If it's toxic to you, then you gotta get away from it. You gotta get in that good mind space. And that's honestly what I've been doing the past couple of days. I've been playing some fucking Dark Souls. That's grade A way to replace Yu-Gi-Oh! It's even more frustrating. And I come back to Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, yeah, this is not nearly as frustrating. Not nearly. In all honesty, without all jokes aside, Dark Souls is an extremely hard game. It's even harder than trying to play a tier 5 deck against a meta deck. All honesty, it really is. That's the true secret, how you stay in Yu-Gi-Oh, kids. In all seriousness, I just want to say thank you guys for listening. I know there's a little bit of rambling in there, but I just like to keep it real. I don't try to edit Coffee Time completely. I just try to take multiple takes, and then my favorite take is the one that goes up. Because I feel it's more, we're sitting down, we're having a conversation. When you guys comment, that's the other half of the conversation coming in. That's what it's like having a phone call with someone. I say phone call because nowadays everyone just fucking texts. Hey man, I'm just gonna fucking do that, man. I'm just gonna text you or Facebook message you. It's like, the old ways, man. I'm old. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's topic, then make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, if you really enjoy Coffee Time. Because I like to keep it a little bit chill. Next week, we may be talking about Gold Series, if you guys are ready for that. I feel it may be a little bit early, but I have a lot to talk about for Gold Series. If not, we'll save it for the week after. Utopia Lightning's coming out, and it's going to change the game, and we're going to have to talk about that too, so thank you guys so much for watching. You mean the world to me. I honest to God mean that. 100%. Honestly mean it. You guys mean the world to me. Whether you're subscribed to this channel, the network, the Pokemon Council, the Council Gaming, or Super Council Gaming, wink wink, that comes out next week. And you have my thanks. That's all I can really say is thank you. So, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. I'll be in the comments. Hopefully you guys will too. Peace.